right, bro.
All right.
Ready to start?
Let's do it.
Let's do it, dude. Hello, Matt.
Hi, Zach.
What's up, dude?
Not too much. How are you?
I'm doing okay. This is episode
31 of the
31.
Wolfpack podcast.
31 of the Wolfpack podcast. The last episode of this set.
Yep. I actually wrote it down. Last one here.
Let's have a moment of silence for this set. Amen.
It's been a good time.
It's been a good time. I like this set. This is a good set where you can finally escape the room.
Yep.
We can finally leave now.
We're finally getting out of here.
We can finally go.
It's going to be interesting. I don't know what the next one's going to look like.
I don't know. It might just be green screen bullshit.
Yeah.
But
Well, I hope it's better. It's got to be a step up from this.
it'll be green screen bullshit.
It's going to be great.
I'll make sure it happens.
Enjoy it.
So, before we go on to the show, we got a few things to say. First off, we got social media down in the description. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all down there. Go hit the links and follow us on there for the latest news of what's going on in the Wolfpack Productions.
We also have Patreon down there in the description. Always, you can give us $1 and get the content early, or $2 to request a topic on the podcast.
Also, we have a highlights channel down there, so if you want to hit the link and press subscribe, maybe there'll be stuff on there. Hopefully, probably not, but you know, go check it out.
And we also have timestamps, as always. And if
As
you
always.
want to hop around to other topics in this podcast, you can go right down there in the description and find what you want to hear. We'll be talking about it.
Yep. Or you just skip it. I don't
Yep.
care.
Or
Just,
don't.
I don't know. Just watch it. So this week we read Found by Margaret Hedix.
Yep, we
So-
read it.
So Matthew, what did you think of Found? Let's just get it out of the way.
I read it.
Yeah. What did you think?
I read Found. Because I can read.
Did you?
Yes.
You motherfucker. You didn't read it.
Okay, I didn't. But you know what?
the fuck? We were
Nobody
supposed to
else
read
did.
it, Matthew.
You
we
think
were
I can
supposed
read
to
that in a
read.
week?
Motherfucker. Oh shit. Well, this week we're gonna watch You're Next, the horror movie from 2011. We're back to movies again. No more books. I don't like books.
Nope. That's why it's called Wolfpack Movie Club.
Homework. It's not book club. I hate books.
We
but-
will never stray away again.
Yes, never again. This week we're watching You're Next from 2011, the Adam Wingard horror movie. It is on Tubi.tv. So just go down there. I'll put a link down there to You're Next. So go ahead and go
Ooh.
down there and click the link and watch You're Next, which we'll be discussing on next week's episode
Very good.
in a new location, nonetheless.
All right, everyone, and without further ado, for the last time on this set, episode 31 of the Wolfpack podcast.
Excuse me.
Buckle up. Here we go.
This is the last opening.
Woo!
The last opening, the last intro. Oh my god! Matthew,
Zach.
it's the last episode on this set.
Yes, it is.
The last one.
Here we are.
It's a bittersweet day.
It
is
is.
raining outside. It's the last time we'll be on this set right here. And
It's dark and dreary.
dark and dreary. We're going off to college.
Yep, we're going back to school, guys.
Going back to school. Last time we were there, we were on a couch.
Yep.
On a couch about, like 17, 16 episodes ago?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
And
But
now, we're going back up, but it's going to look a little different.
we'll look a little different. We haven't quite figured out what the set is yet.
But it's not going to be a couch.
No, it's not
Will
going
not
to be
be
a
a
couch. No. We'll probably have a table, maybe.
Ooh.
Maybe a table.
That would be
How about
special.
that? That'll be cool.
I don't know. Hopefully it looks good. We'll
Yeah,
see.
Hopefully.
Maybe we'll have a transition episode.
We'll have a few transition
Yeah,
episodes.
yeah. It'll take some time to get ready.
It'll take some time to have an
But-
actual set. But
Let's stick in there with us.
either way, it'll be fun.
And we can't get too ahead of ourselves because we have today's episode to talk about.
Yes.
We got lots of stuff going on.
We got a lot of stuff going on this week, baby.
Now, unlike last week, we did watch some movies.
We did. I actually watched a lot of movies this
Yeah.
week and TV shows.
Very good.
So,
So let's get right into it. What have you watched, Zach?
isn't it what's new?
Oh, that's right. What's new? So, Zach, what's new?
Just getting out of the way, we talked about it last week. I finished The Boys.
Yes. Yes, yes. So we talked about it. You had been on the pilot.
Yes.
You'd finished the pilot, but you hadn't gotten any further. Now we've both finished season 1 of The Boys. What are your final thoughts?
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the show. I thought it wrapped up pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Like I thought the ending was relatively. It was it was just a season finale.
Yeah.
But it kind of left me a little disappointed just because I wanted it to be as like crazy as the rest of the show, like writing wise and like twists and all that kind of stuff. But overall, it was a good ending, and overall, really good show. I really enjoyed the show.
Yeah, I agree. And it even the finale has its twist.
Yeah,
it just feels a little TV.
Yeah,
it definitely feels a little like okay,
it was just a finale.
Yeah, but
overall, the show was really good. The acting, the writing, everything. Definitely a step above all the other superhero shows out there right now.
Very good.
So, yeah,
it's very good.
That's all I gotta say about The Boys.
All right.
I don't know if we really want to.
No, we already
too far
we had
into
kind
it.
of touched upon it already.
Yeah.
So there's a little update on Zach's thoughts on The Boys.
Yes, if you haven't watched it, go check it out. It's really good.
Yes. What else have you been watching lately?
I myself watched this movie called The Lords of Salem.
Mm-hmm.
It is a Rob Zombie movie, a Rob Zombie flick, and it was interesting to say the least.
Okay, so tell me about it. It's a horror movie.
It's a horror movie
from the 80s.
No,
from the 90s.
No,
when is this movie?
2013.
Oh shit! I thought it was old.
No, it was 2013 Rob Zombie movie,
Oh.
or 2012 actually. But it's about this girl played by Rob Zombie's wife, who's a god awful actress, but she fits in this movie. She basically is like this radio DJ who like just plays music and is like this radio personality with 3 of her friends, and they play a lot of like rock music, a lot of like devilish type music, and eventually they get it's set in Salem, Massachusetts, so it's set inside that town, and eventually they get this like record from this unknown person to play on the airwaves, the radios, and all that kind of stuff, and it turns out to bring about witches to the town.
Ooh, the town of Salem, which is known to be haunted by witches.
So the record's by this group called the Lords.
Oh, okay.
And so they're called the Lords of Salem.
Ah.
And they bring about playing the record. Basically, it brings about Salem witches out of the dead type of thing.
Ah.
And it's a fun movie. I'm going through a bit of a horror phase right now, so I'm really enjoying these like kind of schlocky horror movies. And this one definitely fit in that vein. It kind of throws back to the old 70s acid movies, if you know what those are, like the Jodorowsky Holy Mountains and El Topo, and just like those kind of like acid thrillers type of thing, or just like a lot of like really well shot stuff that is just weird and everything. And it throws back to that, but it has kind of like a B movie grindhouse kind of like plot and characters and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, I don't know, it was a fun watch. I'd buy it for like $5 if it was on sale.
That's pretty high praise.
Yeah.
Willing to add to the collection.
Yeah, no, it depending on how Rob Zombie's other movies, because I've seen like posters for them, it seems like he kind of is like what I'm looking for right now. I'm kind of just looking for that kind of schlocky B movie, horror movie kind of thing, where it's just like kind of just fun, not really taking itself too seriously or anything like that, which is another movie that we're going to talk about, kind of falls in that same vein.
Sure.
But yeah, like those kind of movies that aren't taking themselves too seriously, but they're also not like just goofy as hell comedies or anything. They're actual, like, they have like horror stuff in them. And I don't know, I just kind of want to see blood, basically.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's a lot of fun to watch these horror movies lately.
No,
You've been watching more than me, but I have seen a few.
Yeah.
And
I watched that, and also I watched A Nightmare on Elm Street, which
that's right.
It's not like a B movie, just because it's like it's
iconic,
an iconic classic horror movie, but it does fall into like an older crop of horror movies, obviously, that we don't get nowadays, just because it's like you don't really get like the boogeyman type of horror. A lot of the horror nowadays is kind of like sanitized ghost movies,
Mm-hmm.
and it's kind of disappointing to see that, except for one movie that we're going to talk about later on.
Right.
But yeah, like most horror movies nowadays are just kind of ghost movies.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some variation. I think it's unfair to say that all horror movies nowadays.
At least by big companies, it seems like it's a lot of ghost movies.
Yeah.
Like when was the? Well, I guess we just watched a movie that wasn't a ghost movie.
Yeah, we just watched a horror movie that wasn't really a ghost movie, and I don't know. I feel like there are movies like I don't actually know because I haven't seen them, but I feel like Truth or Dare, that kind of stuff. Like,
Yeah, that's
is
true.
that ghosts? I don't know. Like,
I don't-
I feel like
I feel like that's ghost
I feel like they put a little spin on it though. Like, it's not like Paranormal Activity.
or like Conjuring or anything like that.
Yeah, because those, definitely those are ghost movies. But
yeah,
I feel like if you give it like a fun concept, you can give it a pass.
yeah, that's true.
Like you've got movies like Truth or Dare, Happy Death Days, things like that, where it's like, okay, you're giving it like a fun spin.
Yeah, I still like the ghost movies. It's just like it's cool to see like the boogeyman type of movies.
Yeah,
like that has like an iconic like almost villain type of thing.
yeah,
Like you don't really get like those iconic. I mean, you can't manufacture something to be iconic, but you don't get the boogeyman.
And I haven't seen this one, but I feel like the Blair Witch Project remake might have gone for that a little bit more, because they end up showing the witch in that movie.
Yeah, but I think that's just like a ghost thing. Like I
Yeah.
think it's just they end up showing the witch, but it's not like an iconic thing like Freddy, Jason.
Well, no, I'm not saying.
Like-
I'm just saying like in like a more modern spin
Yeah,
on a
yeah.
movie. It's like they're trying to give you that creature.
yeah,
Because that is definitely something that kind of is missing. I'd say The Babadook was one of the last ones where I'm like,
and that was
okay,
a good ass horror
like
movie.
there's like a character that you can see in your mind still.
Yeah, that
A
was
good horror villain.
or like Sinister had
Yeah.
something like that where
Yeah,
they were
Sinister did for sure too.
they tried doing like the Bagul, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that I kind of want those like boogeyman type of like late night horror movies to kind of make a resurgence. But
Yeah.
I mean, we just watched a good horror movie recently, which we keep on saying it. Let's just say what we watched.
Yeah.
We watched Crawl.
Yeah, we just went and saw Crawl last night.
Crawl, the new alligator horror movie, which is set in Florida.
Yeah.
Which you never see fucking Florida like homegrown like horror movies ever.
No.
I've never seen one
No.
where it's like they have like the UF logo all over the place in the movie. It's
Mhm.
weird to see it.
Yeah.
It's
it was
weird
fun
as
see
fuck
that.
to see like UF just plastered everywhere, and then you see alligators. Also, it's weird to think that this is how like Hollywood sees Florida.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, just like it's just a swamp.
it's a swamp. Like it's like there's alligators everywhere.
Yeah.
It-
I'd say-
obviously, it's like a horror movie, but it's just funny.
Yeah, I think it comes down to just like us being from Florida.
Oh,
Like-
yeah.
like because I think they do like they just
It's-
in
it's
general
any
these
movie.
movies, yeah, like
Like-
any kind of situation just gets blown up. But because
Yeah.
we know like the reality of things, it's like, oh, this is funny because
Yeah.
this is like the
That's any movie.
yeah,
I'm
like,
sure.
like an exaggerated Florida.
I'm
which
sure
is
like
great.
L.A. probably has like a ton of movies that don't make it out to be what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, but seeing like a Florida one is kind of interesting because it's not really the environment you don't see in a lot of horror movies.
Yeah.
A lot of it is like house horror, like haunted house type of thing,
Mm-hmm.
or it's like ghosts. Obviously, is like the big thing right now. But a lot of it's not like swamp.
Yeah,
which
and
is
it's
interesting.
fun. Like I don't really remember the last movie, like the last horror movie I saw where it has like the natural disaster aspect to it.
Yeah,
I-
because
I-
a lot
I
of
don't
it
know.
is like very quiet, like ghost kind of thing.
Yeah,
Or
but
even
this
like
one-
even like if it's not ghost, like boogeyman, like just it's not like the natural disaster like
Mhm.
kind of angle.
yeah, this was a fun one because it's a girl who's on the swimming team.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's a hurricane blowing into Florida. Better go home and check on dad.
Mm-hmm.
Goes home, the hurricane hits, and she's in the basement with him, or like in the crawl space with him.
Yeah,
And then what comes with rain? Alligators, of course.
yeah, and it's like a shit ton of alligators.
Yeah.
It's like what 20 alligators.
Yeah, there had to
just,
be
like-
probably like 20 alligators in this
Oh
movie.
my god! And
So-
they were like mercenaries, bro.
We both
They-
had the same.
They were like taking out people left and right.
Yeah, they were.
And they had like tactics, like they were smart alligators.
We had the same misconception going into this movie. Maybe it was because of the marketing of the trailer. I think that was the case because they never really showed a shot of multiple alligators in the trailer from what
No.
I saw.
Mm-hmm.
So we both kind of were under the impression that it was just one big mean alligator.
Mm-hmm.
The same way like a Jaws would be. Like it's the
Yeah.
Jaws
I-
of alligators.
Like the big one. Like it's
Yeah.
like the big alligator.
But no, it was just mean alligators, dude.
It was just a lot of them,
Just alligators that just hate people.
and they want to fucking murder everyone.
Yeah, they're just like, oh, it's hurricane time. It's feeding time.
Yeah.
Let's just kill them all.
Yeah, but it was like a well done horror movie. Like
yeah.
it's like forgettable, but like there's some scenes in there that you're like, oh, that was cool. Like the girl shoots an alligator in the mouth while her arms in the mouth and all that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
But yeah, it was a well done horror movie. I enjoyed it. Especially we got Regal Unlimited, so getting like free, like basically free movies like through this program and everything. I feel better spending like what $3
Yeah.
all in all for this one than I would like spending $12 on it.
Yeah,
But
it definitely warrants like that kind of price of admission where it's like, oh, you're paying $20 a month. Sure, I'll go see Crawl. Like I'll see whatever now.
Yeah, and also like they did well with like the sets and everything. Like it was like kind of impressive with. I'm sure they didn't have like a big budget or anything, but what they did with like the crawl space and like the water and everything, like I was like, oh, like there's some like stuff to this that's
Yeah,
like, fun to watch.
I was definitely impressed because it definitely like it's small.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a lot of people, not a lot of like things going on, but there's a lot with the like what you said with the set and just like money.
water
money
effects.
was poured into it for like to get that money or the water stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know how exactly they did it
No,
in like a manageable budget. So pretty interesting. I don't know.
No, I would be. I wonder what the budget
I'm
is.
gonna look it up.
Yeah, but for what they like for the budget, like I'm sure it's a cheap horror movie. They did a lot of stuff with it. Like a lot of horror movies now are like the haunted house things, and it's like, yeah, you can do that for cheap because it's just a dilapidated house that they probably got for really dirt cheap, and then they just dressed it up to be like this horror movie. But this one was like water and like pipes and like a crawl space, and then they had the green screen like what was it, like a flooding or whatever. Like they poured some money into it, and like, or they just used their money really well with it.
And it looked pretty good too.
Yeah, like it wasn't like bad effects either.
No, especially because like definitely with these ghost movies, you can get away with literally not making anything. Like you can just say something's there and it's there. But with this, like they had to kind of get these alligators to look somewhat realistic, which like not all the time. Like they look okay. They look pretty good.
But you don't expect them to look great.
No. And like for how good they do end up looking, it's like, okay, cool. So the budget for this movie was $13.5 million.
That's really big compared to what I thought it was like a five million one.
Yeah, like based on how much, because in the beginning I was like, okay, this could probably be like a $5 million.
Yeah.
But once you see like what they do end up doing, like they have some pretty like intense set pieces. You're like, oh shoot, it does need a little bit. So yeah. $13.5 million. Opening weekend of 12 though, so it's already worldwide. It's like almost tripled its budget.
That's
so
good. I'm glad people are going to go see it.
Yeah, it's just it's like an easy one.
Yeah, and also it has like the thing with the ghost movies is that it has like the tangible aspect that the ghost movies don't have, where it's like you have like the tangible villain of like, oh, there's the alligator, or it's like back in the day it was like, oh, there's Freddy. Oh, there's Jason. Oh, there's like Candyman, or with like Hellraiser, all that kind of stuff. Pennywise. That was like the most recent one that I can think has like a villain type of thing. And this one was like an alligator.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's fun to kind of like just prey on fear. Because like obviously there's like the generic fears of like ghosts, all that kind of stuff. But it's fun to bring it to reality a bit, and then just like hyperbolize it. Because obviously alligators aren't necessarily like this. Like, especially being from here, we know that they're not aggressive.
They're not dragons.
Yeah, and they definitely do it. They take dinosaur rules at points. Like, it's like, oh, if you don't move, they can't see you. And it's like, no, that's not necessarily the case.
They're like velociraptors in this movie. Like, it was like Jurassic Park at points. Like,
and they're pretty, I mean, alligators are that big, but they look kind of prehistoric at points. It's like, oh, damn.
Well, that's why like the trailer was like, is this like a big alligator? Because all the alligators look fucking huge.
Yeah, they're huge.
Like, oh my god.
So,
yeah, it was a fun one though.
Yeah,
and
it was a good time.
I'll probably end up seeing Hobbs and Shaw tonight.
Yes.
So,
yeah, that's another fun one. That's one that I saw recently.
What'd you think of it?
Hobbs and Shaw's a fun one. It's a little long for its own good.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say like there's definitely like that point in the middle, that second act break, after like there's a second like huge set piece
Mm-hmm.
where they face the villain. Oh my goodness,
We got that on camera.
it was on camera, guys.
Holy.
Oh.
The
hurricane's coming for us.
The alligators are coming.
We're not actually haunted, guys. The power did go out though because there's a rainstorm. But Hobbs and Shaw, back to something scarier. Idris Elba in
Holy
Hobbs
shit,
and Shaw.
he is scary.
He's a Superman.
What do you think he's packing?
Packing? Oh, he's packing some heat.
He is packing some.
He's
heat.
packing some big guns.
He's packing some huge.
He's
guns.
packing a pretty good sized revolver. Hobbs and Shaw was good though. There's a portion of the movie where I am not into it.
Go on.
A portion of the movie.
The power went out, and then we were like, "What's their packing? What's he packing?" So Hobbs and Shaw was good. Boom boom pow. It was some good boom boom pow.
Hobbs and Shaw was great because,
What did Jason Statham's best line was?
well, they did something really fun in the beginning with both of them, where they like split screened it and they just showed like their parallel actions, getting ready and like doing their job and everything. That was pretty fun.
Did they both shave their head?
No, they didn't both shave their head.
That would be a good guy.
Like they did different things, but they did the same things. Like it's like, oh, they're getting ready to eat breakfast, and then they're eating different things. And
What
it's like,
was
oh, they're
Dwayne
leaving
Johnson
the house.
eating?
Probably like a shake. I think, or
Shakes are good.
yeah, he was like eating some protein stuff. And then it's like, oh, they're rolling out of the house. He's in like his big truck, and then Jason Statham's in his McLaren.
So they're rich.
Oh yeah, Jason Statham's rich.
Rich, really.
And then we're introduced, like in the very beginning, we're introduced to Jason Statham's little sister.
Who played her?
I don't know what her name is. Oh,
Is it Elizabeth Olsen?
no, her name is not Elizabeth Olsen. I don't
Is
remember.
it Elizabeth Shue?
It is not Elizabeth Shue.
Is it Elizabeth Winstead? Again!
We're back.
We're back!
Crazy.
Oh my gosh, it keeps on going out. I'm afraid
That's
that...
insane.
Do you think crawl is ever possible?
In some capacity, yes.
So, do you think that if we sent this to like aliens, that we could say this is what happened to us?
Well, sure. We could probably send them Star Trek and say, look at what we've done.
Damn. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Do you believe in aliens?
Yes. Yeah, I believe in like the possibility
Good.
of aliens for sure.
I think if you don't, you're stupid.
Well, I'm glad that we're on the same page here.
Yeah. So how's Hobbs and Shaw?
Speaking of aliens,
Speaking of aliens, how's Idris Elba?
Idris Elba is intimidating in the movie.
Yeah.
He's pretty just okay.
Really?
Like,
he's not great.
He's fine. Like he does what he needs to do, but honestly, when his scenes come on, it's like, okay, let's get back to like the boys we came to see, Hobbs and Shaw.
I'm going to see Idris Elba.
Okay.
I like Idris Elba.
I mean, I like Idris Elba too, but I'm not going to the movies to see him.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Did you like Ghost Rider: Spirit of Vengeance?
Never saw it.
It's pretty good.
There is a great part in Hobbs and Shaw, though.
What's that?
I thought I wanted the movie to end, and then I realized I didn't, because the third act still had to happen.
Oh, okay. Did you like the third act?
The third act was great. The third act was the best part of the movie. You know why?
I've heard the opposite. I've heard that when the third act happens, it's like it turns into a dumpster fire.
Well, it does.
Oh,
That's the
okay.
best part.
Oh, okay. So it's like unintentionally funny.
It's ridiculous.
Really? Okay.
No, yeah, like it sends it. They go home to Samoa, where Dwayne Johnson goes back to his family.
So is Samoa in Africa?
I don't know where Samoa is, but it's an island. It might
be Hawaii.
Yeah, I think it
It's
is. I
probably
think it is
Samoa,
Hawaii.
Is it Hawaii?
I feel so stupid.
So Samoa, Hawaii.
I think it is in Hawaii. I think.
Maybe.
You can like give it a little like asterisk.
This is
And you
where
can fix
Samoa is.
That is Samoa. So they go home to Samoa and they're like, listen, we gotta extract this virus from the younger sister. She needs to like the bad stuff is in her. She's like whatever.
A mutant?
She could die. She's like dying. She's like
Is
the
she a
ticking
bomb?
time bomb. Yeah,
she's literally a bomb.
She's getting ready to die. Anyhow, Idris Elba and the bad guys are on their way to Samoa.
Okay.
So they don't have any guns on Samoa.
They have spears.
The mom threw out all the guns.
Uh-huh.
So they do. They have spears and they have
Oh,
homemade
shit.
weapons.
Oh shit.
And they say, you know what? We're going to bring the battle to us. They get to come to us. So they spend a few days setting up.
Uh-huh.
They're building explosives.
So it's like Home Alone then.
Yeah. They're like trapping them. They're getting ready to bamboozle Idris Elba.
Do they trap a tank?
No.
Do they send a spear into the blowhole of a tank?
No. No tanks come.
A blowhole.
The blowhole.
The blowhole of a tank.
They do, however, introduce cool cars. Because
Okay.
on Samoa there are no weapons, but there are hot rods.
Wait, what the fuck?
Yeah, the brother is a mechanic.
Wait, is Samoa like a isolated like indigenous area where it's like they don't have technology?
Not like it doesn't have technology at all.
So when
but
they
it's
introduce
more...
a McLaren, they're like, "What the fuck is this thing?"
Well, they don't bring the McLaren out there.
Do they bring a go-kart?
They have hot rods. You see, Zach.
What's a hot rod?
They're like the...
I work at a parts store.
At a car parts store.
At a car parts store. I can't say the name, but
hot rods are like a Hot Wheels car. Like something crazy with like the big exhaust pipes on the side that blows fire.
so they're like dragons.
Not in the slightest.
Okay.
But they are cool cars with like flames on the sides.
Okay.
So
Like Optimus Prime.
right. There's a great sequence though in the last act where all of the cars have hooks on them.
Oh, okay.
So all of the cars
So it's like Uncharted then.
Not even close. They hook up to each other and they bring down a helicopter.
Oh shit! Really?
Yep.
That's really cool.
It's great.
That's really cool.
So
man.
Hobbs and Shaw, you should go see it.
I will go see it tonight, actually.
Now, on a better note than Hobbs and Shaw, I watched another movie,
Well,
which I will talk about for approximately 15 seconds.
okay.
I saw
you
Valley Girl.
got 15 seconds starting now.
I watched
about
Valley Girl, starring Nicolas Cage and a girl you've never seen in another movie after that. Nicolas Cage was probably like 20. It was before he got his teeth fixed. And the movie's great. It's Nicolas Cage being a bad boy, and this girl's a good girl from the valley. And then it's like a Romeo and Juliet story, and he ends up going psycho and winning her back in the end. Boom.
it. That was not 15 seconds.
Less.
More.
Less. Roll back the clock.
So you watched Valley Girl. It was cool.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. It
pretty-
was cute.
was
It was just one of those good 80s movies.
Was it a time travel movie?
No.
Was it like Uncharted?
No. You want to talk about Uncharted?
No. I like Uncharted. I don't like to talk about Uncharted.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to talk Uncharted, we can.
Let's rename the podcast.
Is that the name of the podcast from now on? If you want to talk
about
Uncharted,
we can.
The
That's
new
great.
name of the podcast, Scratch Wolfpack Podcast. It is if you want to talk about Uncharted, we can podcast.
Welcome to this episode. We're talking about Nathan Drake's hair.
This episode,
Only his hair.
we're speculating on Uncharted 5. There is nothing. There is nothing. There's no Uncharted 5.
But aside from movies, we did mention that we've been going to see, we went to see Crawl last night
Yes.
through Regal Unlimited.
Yes.
So I want to bring up this little discussion that we've been having with, between us and our friends.
Yeah.
About what is better. What is the better deal for the people out there? Regal Unlimited or AMC A-List?
I can't answer that
So,
question. I have only one.
I'm going to break it down for anyone who doesn't know the details of these two services because we are sponsored on this episode of the podcast.
Okay. Go ahead.
So, AMC A-List is a service where you can pay $21 a month and get upgraded theater formats. You can go see Dolby Digital. Your IMAX, all that stuff with no surcharge.
Mm-hmm.
You can also get discounted concessions and shorter lines at the box office. Now, Regal Unlimited, also AMC A-List, you can only see 3 movies a week. Now, for the same price, Regal Unlimited, you get to see any movie you want in that span of the month. You can see multiple movies in a day. You still get 10% off concessions. No fast pass in the line, but you get to see as many movies you want with paying the surcharge for better formats. But you get to see as many movies as you want, still with a discount on your popcorn. So, Zach, what I'm trying to say is, which do you choose? AMC A-List or Regal Unlimited?
Movie Pass.
Right. I mean, honestly, that was a trick question. It was a trick discussion.
Yes. What we're really leading into is Movie Pass is probably the supreme movie-going experience. You get your account, and then you can't log back into it. And
Right.
you can't escape their grasp. And it's a good service because you get some movies for free, but other movies are like, sorry, we're running out of money.
It's a good form of cutting back.
Yes.
They will tell you when you can't watch movies anymore.
Yes, and I like that.
I agree. Movie Pass is the superior service.
We're actually sponsored by Movie Pass this episode. That whole segment had music underneath you going as you're trying to explain this shit. So yeah, we're signed up with Regal Unlimited right now. Matthew,
Yes.
do you like Regal Unlimited?
So far, yeah. The only shady
Give me
thing about
give me your unbiased opinion.
unbiased opinion,
Nothing holding you back. No sponsorships. Anything. What do you honestly think of Regal Unlimited?
I think Regal Unlimited offers a different kind of perk that AMC A-List doesn't. And it's a perk that I personally think is more important than the other.
What's that?
That you can see as many movies as you want in a month.
As many.
As many as you
No
want.
limitations.
Unlimited.
Unlimited. It's in the name.
And I also don't always want to get concessions, so I don't necessarily care as much about that.
Yes.
And my local Regal is 15 minutes away, opposed to my AMC, which is 30.
Mine too.
That's funny.
Huh.
So for my dollar, I'm going with Regal Unlimited. Ding.
Nice. Next topic.
There's another show, a show actually, that I want to bring up
What's the show?
that we watched recently. We watched Euphoria.
I did not watch it.
You checked out 5 minutes of Euphoria. Now, this is going to be the same situation as The Boys, and I'm going to guarantee you this, that I'm farther ahead, and then you will catch up, and then we'll be able to have a better discussion about
we
this.
talk about it for 5 minutes at the beginning of a show, and we don't go into it. We just say Zach hasn't watched the whole thing. I have. Next week we'll talk about Euphoria in full. I liked it. I liked it too.
Hey, good.
Good. So what's your opinion on teen depression, the show?
Lots of drugs. Lots of sex.
Is there lots of pee-pees?
There are lots of pee-pees. There's one scene where it's just pee-pees.
Just how?
I'm not going to tell you how. But there is a scene where it's just pee-pees. You got to watch and find out. So, I mean, I just wanted to mention that. I'm watching it. You've checked out 5 minutes of it. We'll get back to it next week.
Why does it sound like it's like a diss every time?
Huh?
Every time you mention how much I've seen, it's like, you checked out 5 minutes of
Because
it.
it's funny. It's like, I've checked out a couple episodes. You've checked out 5 minutes. And we're going to get back to you in a week.
It sounds like you're like, you've checked out 5 minutes of it.
You only watched 5 minutes.
You only watched
damn
5
it.
minutes of it. Don't judge my show. Don't judge it. This is my show now. Is Zendaya good lead actress?
She's pretty good.
How
Honestly,
good? How good on the scale of Mia Jovovich?
I'm going to give her 8 Becks.
Damn.
8 Becks.
Damn.
She's pretty damn good.
That's really good.
So
That's really good.
we had both not finished the first episode of Euphoria, and I told you
I told you to watch it.
No, I told you if the episode brings me in by the end of the episode, I'll continue watching it.
Uh-huh.
And I'll tell you something.
Did it?
It kept me going.
Hey, nice. Was there the twist ending where it's like Zendaya is not actually the lead. It's really Wyatt Russell from 22 Jump Street.
No. But there is a twist ending where you're like, ooh, this is a little bit deeper than I thought.
Oh,
Ooh.
is she actually a Xanax pill?
She is a drug.
She
I
is
actually,
a drug.
I had a thought when I was watching it. I was like, wait, what if like the end of this show is like she's in a comatose state, and she's just like she's actually ODing
I would
at the end of this show.
That'll be intense. What if the end of the show is like the last scene, and then as it's like rewinding back, it's like it is zooming out of a Xanax.
Zooming out of a Xanax pill with the flat line like
behind it superimposed. It's just with a Xanax pill with the whole show on it. That'd be insane.
that should be the end of the show.
I'll write a show about that. What's your opinion on the new trend of depressed teen shows?
Well,
Like 13 Reasons Why. I'm guessing it's what that one Archie show is about.
oh, Riverdale.
Riverdale. I'm sure it's pretty sad.
Yeah, well, I mean,
What's your opinion on it? Euphoria
I-
also is pretty depressing.
it is also pretty depressing. I haven't seen Riverdale and I haven't seen 13 Reasons Why. Those seem like more
But
like,
give me
like
your
for the
opinion on it.
Netflix. I'd say more for like a girl demographic on Netflix who like to binge shows. 13 Reasons Why and Riverdale is more for them. I think Euphoria is an adult show. This isn't necessarily just for kids to watch. Because I don't think it's not a fun show.
So why are a bunch of girls watching?
But yeah, I mean, like Euphoria it's pretty adult. It's pretty
Pretty
mature.
adult?
Yeah, like I think it's a way for like middle-aged people to look down at millennials.
Oh, okay.
They're like, oh, so
I like
this,
that.
So this is what you're doing, you know?
Oh, okay. I like that.
Oh, okay, I like that. So yeah, I think it's definitely a different flavor. I wouldn't say it's like continuing a trend aside from the fact that it's still like sad teenagers, but it's
Yeah.
a different kind of spin.
But it's like the A24 spin of it. You know,
Yeah.
A24 made the show.
It's stylish and trippy. I believe it.
A24 made the show.
There are some great shots in that
Yeah.
show. Yeah.
It looked really well shot. from
There's
what
a
I saw
really
of it.
cool scene where she takes drugs and then she walks around the room. But like
Damn.
Inception walks around the room while other people are standing, and I'm genuinely like not sure how they did it.
Was she on green screen?
I don't think so, because her shadow was like on the walls and everything. Like it looked like she was actually doing it. I have no idea. Check out
Hopefully.
Euphoria. It's a good show.
Hopefully.
It's really cool.
Is it? I hope it's not like just doing the druggy thing to be a druggy thing.
No, I mean I think it's kind of like giving perspective on like a different kind of life.
Really?
Because I feel like I'm looking into like lives that I don't usually see portrayed.
Yeah.
Like, and they're making characters deeper than just being like a high school stereotype. Like, you know, like I don't know if you even were introduced to him yet, but he's like the dude, like the jock dude who drives a truck.
No.
Okay.
I watched 5 minutes.
So yeah, there's a jock dude who drives a truck, and then there's a whole reveal about like his upbringing, and like the beginning of the second episode just like fast forwards through his life up to this point, and then he goes and like beats a dude up.
Huh.
Like seriously beats him up. So it's a cool show. Definitely watch it. Euphoria is good. I'm gonna keep watching it.
Maybe
And
I'll give it more than 5 minutes.
Maybe by next week I'll have a more full review of Euphoria
Where
season 1.
we can actually just review it for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, we can actually talk about it. So, speaking of sad sex.
That's a horrible transition.
That's a great transition. Some scandal breaking out into the entertainment world. I want to get your scoop on it.
Can we turn into like what's it, Entertainment Tonight?
Oh yeah, Entertainment Weekly.
Can we
Or, like,
just turn into that right
Like just
now?
a scoop site.
Let's just turn into a scoop site right now.
This just in. Katy Perry's co-star in the...
You freeze! You freeze on camera!
I like start doing like the Josh Nichols.
You start going, you just start freezing. You're like, Katy Perry had sex with her. Because you're so shocked from the teleprompter.
I'm reading and I'm genuinely reacting like, Katy Perry just in the news today for, and I'm like reading the rest. I'm like, take it away, Zach.
You called her Katy Perry.
Katy Perry. Katy Patey.
Katy Patey.
But no, you want to hear about this.
I do?
Katy Perry is in the news because she was accused of sexual conduct.
Oh, no.
On the Teenage Dream set.
Fuck.
All right, I got something for you.
What's that?
I got something new for you.
What's that?
We've been seeing something on Twitter recently. In the wake of more serious events, I want to focus on a lighter aspect of it.
It's not lighter at all, Matthew.
It is lighter.
It is not lighter.
God damn it. I'm trying to talk about real shit.
All right, this is not a laughing matter.
It can be funny.
Nope.
Walmart is no longer selling video games.
Trying to hold laughter.
Yep. And no more video game tournaments and no more movies with guns. Now, what do you think about that?
I don't like it. I think that's a scapegoat.
Whoa, a scapegoat? That's quite a political term. What are you talking about? Zach, could you tell me what exactly are you speaking in relation of? Because
can you tell me what a scapegoat is?
A scapegoat? That's a term. That's a term I think I've heard politically. That's a term I think I've heard on the news.
What was that voice?
A scapegoat, huh? I think I've heard that term on the news before.
What the fuck are you saying?
I'm just talking about video games in Walmart.
Okay, so you want to just... Yeah, let's just talk about the video games.
Sure.
Okay.
And movies.
Yeah, and movies.
Because everything's going.
Okay. So let's talk... Okay. How about...
Oh, wait, we can green screen us just walking on eggshells behind us.
Yes. So... Yeah, so you're asking what my opinion is of the video games being taken away.
Well, yeah, we've been seeing on Twitter that like Walmart shelves where video games were sold are now off. They're not selling certain video games anymore because they lead to violence. Oops. Oh yeah, let's just make it like a blooper reel.
This whole episode's a blooper reel. This whole episode's a big fuck up. Yeah. Well, I don't want to get into the politics of it.
Right.
I don't. I don't want to get into my what I believe. I don't think it's good for creators to really voice that. I think you should not do that though.
Right.
So yeah, so I don't think it's a good idea to do that.
Sure.
That's all I gotta say about that.
Okay.
What's your opinion?
Well, I think it's just silly. Why are we seeing Walmart shelves without Walmart products on them? I want to see business booming. I want to see people going to Apex Legends tournaments and having a damn good time. I want to be able to go to the movies with my Regal Unlimited pass and go see The Hunt.
Yeah, I want people to enjoy their lives.
Me too. Well, we've got him.
So, Matthew, did you hear the new Brockhampton song?
Yeah, I did.
What'd you think of it?
What is
man?
it called, first of all? Wait, it's from the new album Ginger.
Yeah.
We've listened to I've Been Born Again, and then there's a second single. What is it called?
If you pray right.
If You Pray Right. It's getting pretty religious over there in the Brockhampton house.
Yeah.
Let's take a look.
So, do you think that creators should voice their opinion on God?
Yeah. I think people are allowed to say where they stand. I don't think they have to like impress it upon other people, but I think they can say, "Yeah, this is where I am." They don't have to. Or like they're allowed to have their right to privacy. But I think it's good to be able to say where you stand. It shouldn't be a taboo subject. Nothing should be taboo.
So, Matthew, what did you think of the new Brockhampton song? The If You Pray Right single by Brockhampton.
I'll be honest with you. These last two singles have been slightly underwhelming. A little underwhelming for my tastes. I was a fan of Iridescence, don't get me wrong. But these last two songs, man, they just ain't my song.
So the last two songs are not your song.
Now let me be clear. Don't get it twisted.
Why does it sound like you're about to go into a song?
These rap songs I've listened to just aren't doing it.
You're not rhyming.
Brockhampton, yes, I'm a fan. Yes, I am. But these last two songs, a fan, I am not. No, Sam, I am not.
No?
Nah, I'm not too huge on them. They're okay. I'm excited for the rest of the album, but like so far I'm not super impressed.
What's your favorite part of all the songs?
I haven't seen the second video, but I liked the spinning tire effect of the first song.
That wasn't the song. That was the video.
You're right. Because the video is better than the song.
Did you not like anything from the song?
I mean, I don't remember it that well, to be honest. Like
That's a good sign.
They aren't that memorable.
That's a good sign.
At least from just a couple listens, they're not that memorable to me.
Yeah.
I think maybe in the grand scheme of Ginger, I'll end up liking them more. But just like as singles, they aren't sticking to me as singles. So that is an issue for me.
That's an issue for Matty B. That's Matt's hot take.
Now, Zach, what do you think of the latest two singles by Brockhampton?
I agree. This whole episode's gonna be like 20 minutes. It's gonna be like, what happened?
Hey, what?
What? Yeah. What else is going on with you, man?
Well, were we supposed to talk about Found on this episode?
We did.
Are we supposed to talk about the next week's episode?
What? What is going on with you today? Well, how do you feel about going back to college, man?
Oh, I mean, I still have to pack.
That didn't answer my question.
I'll feel better after I'm packed. How
Are
about you?
Are you gonna miss the set, man?
Oh, yeah, I am. We've been here for 3 months, like on this set.
Yeah.
Like over 3 months now. It'll be nice. It'll be nice, like changing it up, but it'll also be sad to say goodbye. We've been here for a long time in this room.
What a way to send this off. What a way to send off this set. What a way. I'm gonna miss the set, man. Honestly, I'm gonna miss this set.
I am too.
I'm gonna miss Urkel. Miss Urkel. I'm gonna miss the popcorn.
I'm gonna miss the Beatles mug.
I'm gonna miss my water. I'm not gonna get any more water once I'm out of here.
Nope. That's
But-
your last water.
I'm gonna miss the brick. I'm gonna miss everything about this set. But most of all, I'm gonna miss you, man.
Oh. I'm coming.
Yeah.
I'm coming with you.
Yeah. Okay. So Matthew.
So Zach,
How have you been doing, man?
I've been pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like we're more goofy.
Yeah. Today's definitely a less formal episode of the Wolfpack podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, something like that.
Yes.
So how you been doing, man?
I've been pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been playing pickleball, but it's slowly coming to an end. Yeah. I mean, I've been hanging out. I went to the doctor the other day.
How's your back going?
Oh, well, I actually finished physical therapy.
How was
So,
that?
It was good. I went there and like I definitely like felt better from it. It was nice. But it was also just nice to talk to them there. We talked about movies the last day.
What did you guys talk about?
We talked about horror movies, which was funny.
I like horror movies.
You like horror movies.
What's your favorite horror? Oh, sorry. What did they think about horror movies?
They were more like they just enjoyed movies, you know. They're like,
Well,
yeah,
that's good.
yeah. That's a cool one. Like they were just into horror, and then I broke down a few things for them. I'm like, listen, this is like why some directors go for this. And they're like, oh, that's a good point. And then the lady who was helping me was a big fan of Shrek. So
How big?
Like, her favorite movie ever is Shrek.
Huh.
To which I said, hey, I like Shrek too. Don't feel weird. And
Did
then
you
we talked
comfort
about
her?
Shrek. Yeah. She was rubbing my back, and then I said, listen, you don't have to do that. It's okay.
Let's just talk about Shrek.
Let's just talk about Shrek.
Yeah.
Let's just talk about Shrek. What do you think of Mike Myers as Shrek?
Are you naked while you say this?
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you like Shrek? How much do you like Shrek?
Huh.
What have you been feeling, Zach?
I've been feeling good.
Yeah?
I've been pretty good, man.
Nice.
Uh,
Nice.
I like horror movies right now.
Yes.
I'm sad to see the set go,
Me too.
but new beginnings always.
True.
New beginnings.
I think the next set is going to be bigger and better than ever.
Can we make it really big?
Yeah.
Like we're so small in the grand scheme.
Yeah. Yes. No, we need to we can sit on the floor, and
Yeah.
then the rest of the wall is just green screen with
A castle.
stuff going on behind it. Yeah, and we're just on the perch,
Yeah.
and we're yelling to each other from the other side of the castle.
Yeah.
Like, hey, did you see the new Dora movie?
Yeah. That's good.
I can't hear you.
Is that a big door joke?
I can't hear
Is
you.
that a big door joke?
No, it's because we're on the other side of the castle, you silly goose. I can't hear you from all the way
Oh,
over
I
here.
thought it was like that thing of I can't hear you.
Where are we going?
I can't hear you.
Where are we going?
I can't hear you.
Where are we going?
I can't hear you.
Grandma's house.
I can't hear you. Well, Matthew,
Yes.
I think that's it for this set.
This has been episode 31 of the Wolfpack podcast.
Yes.